on a few things, but I guess I better get the particulars started first on the teacher pay. I got a little bit of self-interest here because my wife was an educator of many, many years. One of the things that I've noticed in my plumbing business and out in the real work field, real work life, is that there's less and less people who are willing to make the sacrifices to acquire the knowledge, the skills, the education needed to do these jobs. Not only these teacher positions, but jobs in general. They're just not out there. So one of the things I've learned in my plumbing business is that I really have to work to keep the ones that I have. They're getting older, but they're still producing. I don't know if y'all look at the average age of the skilled employee, but they're getting pretty old. I see them, in the supply houses with the plumbing. I look around and I'm like, Jesus, I'm the youngest one in here. I'm 51. Where's the young men, in my particular field? A lot of young males, not a lot of young men. So with that being said, you might want to do something to try to keep the experienced ones you have, some kind of way. Another thing I wanted to go over was I've heard a few people talk about COVID and the kids, and I just wanted y'all to hear this just for a quick second. It only takes a second, maybe 10 seconds. Listen to this.
Influenza is more likely to kill your child if they get it than COVID. Let that sink in for a second. Influenza is more dangerous to young children than COVID is. We completely misunderstand risk when it comes to our kids.
I know that's shocking. That's shocking. There's not a lot of people that are actually, speaking up in the medical communities. This is Dr. Zubin Demanye. And he's a leftist. I don't even agree with half the stuff he does. But every now and then I listen because I try to listen to both sides. He's a big COVID guy. Put your mask on, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is, these kids are not at risk. They're just not. Across the whole world, just look at the numbers. And to condition them to wear a mask, they're not even spreaders. The WHO said so. I can't even believe this stuff is still, it's like a shocker. I get this December issue, same thing in it, of highlights. Y'all know highlights. For my granddaughter, she's 4. And it's in the park. It's nothing but children and adults with face masks on. Page after page in here, conditioning these children to wear a mask like we're China. I just can't comprehend doing this to children. It's just not. The vast major majority of all people are going to survive COVID without a problem. Jesus, are we going to bankrupt this country financially, morally, educationally for something that is technically, for a certain demographic, is 3 times worse than the influenza? Literally. For obese people, morbidly obese people, elderly people with comorbidities, pre-existing health conditions, they're at risk. Not me, 51 years old. I'm just not at risk. I've already had it. I had it in early July 2nd. I didn't even come out of the house. I stayed on the farm, worked out every other day. I called my doctor just to check. Heck, my doctor of 20 years is a coward, turns out. No, don't come up here. You go to the ER. No, doc, I'm not dying. I just wanted to know if I could get, something in an event I needed. No, go straight to the ER. Do not come up to my office. I'm like, this 20 years I've been paying you, Doc, for you to cower down on me like that. Of course, I didn't have to go to the doctor. I didn't have to go to the ER. Got right through it, no problem. I'm just saying, this is what we're teaching our kids. We're teaching our kids that we don't live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. We actually live in a draconian, ruled governance where there's not many brave people being produced from the class, from the home to the classroom to the workforce. It's all about emotions and think with your heart, like the lady said earlier. Y'all think with your heart. No, let's think with our heads. That's what we really need to think of. We need to think of how to streamline, how to get rid of some overhead, how to make these teachers be able to get paid and balance things. Maybe we got too many chiefs, not enough Indians. That's offensive to somebody, I'm sure.